Alright, what's going on everybody? Super Saiyan Paul here, back at it again with some more Dragon Ball Super content. Make sure you guys smash that like button, subscribe, hit that bell icon, because we're going to be going over Manga Chapter 69. It just came out today, so we're going to go talk a bit about some of these pieces. But like I said, if you guys could just comment down below with your thoughts and opinions, that would be epic. And by the way, if you guys are missing the previous videos I've done of the previous manga chapters, it's because YouTube actually removed them in a glitch. It's a long story, but anyway, we're going to be going over this. So chapter 69, The Evolution of Planet Cereal, written by Akira Toriyama and Toyota. So this is Planet Cereal. We have this ship landing here. We get a bunch of bubbles. By the way, these bubbles is what my old manager used to think Planet Earth was. So, like, he used to say that he thinks we're in a bubble, like the Simpsons movie. Interesting. So it enters the bubble through here. It goes whoop. And you got somebody here marking the landing spot. And then out comes Granolah. And he says, "Welcome back, Granolah. Can you fix up the left wing on my ship? It took some damage." He says, "Of course. When do you expect to depart again? I won't have any jobs for a while, so take your time." And he says, okay. So he gives him the keys, Jeeves. And he says, "Please try to make some time off for yourself." And he says, "Yeah, that's the plan." You see, this has like this Mass Effect looking vibe of this planet. If anybody's ever played Mass Effect, it has this futuristic, really nice vibe. It looks all clean like our future. And here we go. He's taking some of this. From your top shelf water, please. You got it. How's the old guy doing these days? He doesn't come into town much anymore. His leg's been giving him trouble, but otherwise he's fine. And he says, "I see. He's over 500 years old. And his people have long lifespans, so it's not too surprising. Why do you two live in that far-off mountain instead of around here with us? We Shigarians would welcome you with open arms." Looks like a candy shop, by the way, Shigarians. "Nah, sorry, but this city wouldn't suit us. See ya." Hang on. Here's an extra bottle on the house. These guys are just super, super friendly. Give my regards to the old guy. It looks like a fish version of Zeno. Zeno. Bro, he has gills. Where's his gills? This is a really cool building right here. It looks like an octopus is taking over the building. Something out of like Mass Effect or Killzone once again, like I said. Leaving the bubble, walking out in the wilderness. And then Oatmeal says, "Granolah, why don't you live amongst the Shigarians?" This could be an illegal response, depending on what he says. That city was set up for them by the Heeters. It's not meant for me. So remember, Granolah has beef with the Heeters. Heeters have beef with him. He has beef with the Saints. It's a triangle, actually. But this was not this once the plants, the Cerealians? Sure, 40 long years ago. So after our planet was ravaged by Frieza's army, the Heeters swooped in and started rebuilding. And that's the Heeters. The Shigarians had lost their own planet and were roaming through space at that time, so they paid well for this planet. This place became their home, so we decided to move to this mountain. I see necessary distancing in pursuit of amendable cohabitation. Something like that. Kind of like what we're in right now. Plus, check that out. Really cool. That gives me some Halloween Town from Kingdom Hearts vibes. I can see my hometown from the top of this mountain. The one Frieza's people destroyed. It's a reminder of what they did to my planet. That way I'll never forget. And you could see the Saiyan apes ravaging the place. Like, kind of like in the Bardock movie. Or anytime you've ever watched Dragon Ball Z, but like, specifically Bardock's squad. "How many planets have you Saiyans destroyed?" And then Vegeta's like, question mark, "Hard to say. Fighting was the only way of life for my people, so we had a way of racking up sin after sin." And then Beerus is like, "Sin, huh? However, it wasn't until Frieza's clan came along and began using that destruction and invasion as business as usual." And he's saying he's trying to put all the blame on Frieza for these actions, and he says, "Not in the least. In his pursuit for power, my father built his own kingdom atop countless deaths. Frieza's clan taking control didn't help, but the seeds of Saiyan destruction were sown before then." Yo, but you just spitting some Eminem level bars. I'm just saying. "So it was the Saiyan's destiny to be wiped out then?" And he said, "I'd say so." So he says, "Ridiculous. But never mind that. My people's problems aren't your concern." And there's a big revelation in this chapter, so pay attention. He's saying it's ridiculous. What do you mean? Weren't you going to show me a technique used by gods of destructions? What could that possibly have to do with the history of the Saiyans? And he says, "Plenty." And casually throws off a blast and destroys a planet in the background. If you guys look at the reaction on everybody's face, I mean, he destroyed a planet, but we've seen Vegeta do this too. Vegeta's a destroyer of worlds. That's why I was like, huh? That was too far. Here's he just destroyed another decorative planet. I mean, okay. Honestly, at this rate, destroying things will be fresh out of planets before you know it. And he says, whoa, Lord Beerus is not someone to mess with. I'm not really impressed by that because this is Dragon Ball. You know how many times we played Dragon Ball Z Budokai 3 and you got the Spirit Bomb or a major attack off, that planet smashing into the ground effect? Yeah, I'm used to this. Was that the technique? That was a small glimpse of what I can do. How can I acquire such power? And he just runs up to him and grabs him in the face. Very, very cool stuff. Slams him into the ground and he says, what's the meaning of this? And as long as doubt weighs down your soul, this power will never be yours to wield. He says, doubt? Your own crimes aside, you're feeling guilty for the sins of all the Saiyans. That's awfully self-centered of you, mortal. This kind of reminds me of why he wanted to get Majin Vegeta the abilities of like Bobby's mind control, because he was like, yo, I wanted to let go of all that. He kind of goes back to that kind of concept. Let me know if that's a stretch. I don't think it is, but it kind of goes back to that similar concept. I'm not saying there's a connection here, but when he went into that Majin Vegeta form, he was like an alcoholic dad, and I would know because I had one, but like, yo, he was just, I don't care anymore. No sins. And then he just grabs him by the face, flings him backwards into the tree. And then as you guys can see, the bush and stuff falls on him. Here's a fun fact. The one who suggested that Frieza eliminate the Saiyans was me. And he says, what? Still think it was destiny? Are you just gonna accept that? Go on, try me. So he's really pushing Vegeta's buttons. And the revelation here is that this was revealed back in 2013. Battle of Gods, this specific concept, Beerus has kept under wraps. It's taken us 8 years to get to this point. So remember that. I've been calling this out since 2013. Yo, there's gonna be a day when Vegeta's gonna find out. He's gonna flip. And they're using it now. So this got me pretty hyped for this arc. Even more so because they're pulling shit from 2013 to now. 8 years in the making. He says, you utter scum. And then he powers up in the Super Saiyan God. Vegeta, look at this power. This explosion of power. It looks like someone blasted downwards if you look at it. What's he up to? And then you can see the aura. It's like fiery. Then it's like vroom, vroom, vroom. Beerus, and he's charging right at him. He's going in for the rush. Beerus blocks. And he's still completely outclassed. This kind of looks like Perfect Cell, even worse. So when Super Vegeta is attacking him, getting absolutely smashed. Shooting blasts. Beerus blasted, well, blocking them. Charges him, tries to go in for the hit. There's nothing in the smoke. Right behind Vegeta, he slams him into the ground. Everything those Saiyans did in the past, what's it got to do with you now? As long as you're trapped by the past, you'll never manage to grow past this point. This is actually a life lesson, because what Goku did with calming his mind and Ultra Instinct to be able to move without thinking, and then also this letting go of your sins, Dragon Ball Super, regardless of what people think about the overall like plot and the villains, even me having my own criticisms of it, like the overall themes in these forms, they can be applied to real life, and I think they can help a lot of people. Just saying, just saying. But what do I know? So he's dodging him. Beerus moving so fast, it's doing the classic multi-person looking maneuver. Reminds me like the after image back in Dragon Ball days. He grabs him, and it looks like he's about to do the Hakai. Destruction. And he blasts him in the stomach. He goes flying up in the sky. Goku's like, what? Ah! And there you go. He's like Team Rocket blasting off again. He slams down somewhere, and it rips open a spot in his chest. Now he says, Lord Beerus' signature move. Huh? I kind of messed that up. That time I tried copying it. It still has that much power, even though he tweaked it. So only Vegeta's armor was destroyed. That's not a power easily mastered. Now, to me, that's not super cool, because it's just the center of his armor that got blasted open. I mean, it could have done something else. I think that could have really emphasized how epic this power is going to be. But he says, my mind's always on destruction and nothing else. That's why there's no limit to my power. So he's in his lane. He knows what his lane is. Listen, if you really want this power, you're going to have to destroy any stray thoughts and recreate yourself from scratch. This is literally how you should be applying your life and any goals you have. That's awesome. Before creation comes destruction. Get it? And then we change locations. So now we're going to be with the Heeters. And we're gonna be on this planet. Bingo, check it out, Elec. This hunk of junk must have visited Zuno at one point. So they're reading memory right here. And what you can see, everything on the screen is 7-3, and everything that you're seeing, jot down the coordinates, Oil. He says, got it. So the Galactic Patrol was waiting to ambush Sagambo and his gang of idiots, huh? Then we see Beerus here. Right, the Galactic Patrol's jurisdiction got over that whole sector, which makes sense why we were never able to find Zuno. This guy's goatee bothers me, because it don't match the hair. Anyway, let's go grill old Zuno for that intel. It'll lead up to a payday for us. And he says, hold on, what are we seeing here? So something else appears on the screen, and as you guys can see, the convicts in the Galactic prison were all freed at once. How'd that happen? According to OG73's data, Moro used something called the Dragon Balls to release the prisoners. Dragon Balls. And he says, what are those? Wishing balls created by the Namekians can grant any wish. By the way, they're using a very, very awesome image of Moro. He looks so creepy and amazing in his prime form right here. In one of the prime forms, because I consider anything before the fusion with 7-3 just fantastic. And he looks so menacing on the screen. Seeing that his legacy is still in the show, I like that. I really like that. For some reason, it just slaps. It slaps. Yes, Moro also used them to regain his magic powers. And it gives them any wish at all. It's all adding up now. This could explain why some of the strange stuff that's been going on in this universe. Decent chance that it was these Dragon Balls that have revived Frieza too. So that's why everyone's laying low, because of Frieza being out there as well. So these balls are just out there somewhere. This guy delivered us some intel way more valuable than Zuno's location. Namekians, huh? Why do they sound so familiar? I've heard about them somewhere. The Namekians were a tribe that used to live on planet Cereal. Right. Those green dudes who shared that planet. The Cerealian City? But wouldn't that mean they're extinct too? Not quite. I just remembered. There was a lone survivor. An old fart named Maneto. And it just so happens that he lives with our pal. So you guys can see how this is kind of adding up. Then on Planet Cereal, got some gerbs on the TV. I got some water for you. So he actually came back from the deli. You're always so good to me, Granolah. How's work going? Profitable? Nothing? If nothing else. That's so good to hear. And your friend at the shop says hi. He even gave us an extra bottle. I haven't dropped by in a good while. Arians said, do treat us kindly. They probably feel a little bad about moving to our planet when we were first here. Well, they shouldn't. I've got no complaints about our life here. Yeah, I guess not. Are you heading out right away again? Got more jobs lined up? I've got some time off. Frieza's somehow come back to life. Frieza, you say? Did I hear that right? That's why everyone's laying low for now, which means no jobs for me. Well, ain't that the way? So them Heeters haven't put a bounty on Frieza's head yet? I don't think so. Even the Heeters aren't exactly eager to mess with Frieza's army. I see. But whether there's money in it or not, I'll be the one to take down Frieza and his goons. Don't even try it. You know you don't have the power to tangle with Frieza. Power. In that case, I might have to resort to that dramatic turn to the Dragon Ball. And they're both staring at it. Ooh, key crisps. No, the Dragon Balls aren't for taking revenge. Well, welcome to the show Dragon Ball. And we all know this is probably the most pointless slide ever. Okay. Yeah, I know. Moot point anyway, since I need the second one to make a wish. Darn right, and it's been lost for 40 years, likely to never be seen again. I'd have to search this entire planet for a tiny ball just like this one. Watch this bullshit. Listen, Granolah. The Dragon Balls began as part of a ritual to celebrate brave Namekian warriors. They're not meant to fulfill any old selfish desire. Stop making these things then. Literally the ending of Dragon Ball GT. As much as I have my gripes with the show, they're right. You gotta get rid of this shit if you want these problems to stop. Technically, which is what they did. Today you're going to learn more about Dragon Balls, and then you got the guru here. The elder. Set of Dragon Balls vary in size and number depending on who created them. On our planet, each village elder holds onto one of the balls. Originally, the wishes were meant as rewards for bold warriors who sought the Dragon Balls in great times of suffering, but they were ultimately useless against Frieza. Do other planets have Dragon Balls too? It's certainly possible on planets where our kind reside, like Earth. You mean Dende's Dragon Balls? We're all talking about the Unix Dragon Balls. Yeah, right. Do our people live on any other planets? Most likely, though, we can't possibly know of all of them. You see, we Namekians moved to this universe from another realm altogether, and I've heard that some settled in places far from planet Namek. So the depth of the Namekians lore really got stretched out here, really got expanded more so than anything. It's like the world of Dragon Ball got expanded when the Namekians were added to the world. Like, that was intergalactic or interplanetary travel. That was way back in the beginning of Dragon Ball Z. You're doing it again here. Very, very cool things to see. I like that. So what happened to those other Namekians? I wouldn't know. They may yet live, or perhaps they were wiped out years ago. Who gives a shit? A couple dozen Namekians used to live here on planet Cereal, but now it's just me. And when I pass, that's it. But the Dragon Balls go with me. This is not what you want to tell anybody. Who wants to hear this shit? But what if I find the other Dragon Ball and wish for our planet to be restored to the way it was 50 years ago? Then, what of the well-meaning Shigerians who settled here? Would you kick them off their newfound home? Looked like there's plenty of space with all those extra bubbles. Then Frieza and his army have to be eliminated. Like I said, revenge ain't the way. That only gives rise to new enemies, and then what? You're fine, you're right. Give up on the Dragon Balls and enjoy the lot we've been handed in life. I better go get some sleep. You should turn in early too. And he says, yeah. And he says it with like the defeated ... Nighttime here, you can see the bubble. It almost looks like the place is attacked, but it's not. But it looks like somebody's like rampaging the place, like in Borderlands. Somebody attacking Sanctuary. You got the Elder Kai sleeping. He's watching TV and some kind of soap opera with the Gerber Shigerians. Sugar toast love. Tasty breakfast. Breakfast. You were listening to Sugar Toast Love, and now on the news, a local boy was hunting for bugs in the mountains when he discovered a strange ball in a crevice. This goofy goober found a Dragon Ball in the middle of the mountains the same night you needed, and this kami on your planet is saying that he wants death. Okay. Well, you might kick the bucket. It's an orange crystal of some sort of 2-star shape marking on the inside. It's funny how he needs one ball. It shows up on the news that same night. Some goofy goober with a net found it, and immediately we're good. Specialists at the Institute say it didn't originate on planet Cereal and are currently conducting research. So you see it's inside the place. He puts on this wrap up. This is also kind of similar to what Goku did before arriving to the World Tournament in Dragon Ball. Remember that? He bandaged up his head. He just kind of sneaks in here and he sees these Shigerians working on it, doing all these kind of tests, and they're leaving. Kind of similar how Emperor Pilaf and the gang stole the Dragon Balls, technically in Battle of Gods. Intruder alert. We were trying to. Okay. But grabs it. Oh, and the place is completely on alert. So he sneaks out, and these guys are running across, and it says, wee woo, wee woo. It's like that SpongeBob thing. Hey, Granolah, are you gonna ignore the old man's warning? It'll be fine, Oatmeal. I've got a plan. So he puts them both on a pillow, and he says, there we go. Potato once told us to spell to summon the dragon, right? Why would he tell you that if you're not meant to be using this? Yeah, of course. Summoning time. Akarapto, Toto, Runbo, I'm not even gonna try to say that. And there's a new dragon emerging from this. He looks absolutely epic, by the way. I love him. Looks like something straight out of Monster Hunter. Check out that final scene. That's an iconic moment right here. And you're the wish-granting dragon. He says, you who have collected 2 Dragon Balls, state your wish. If it is within my power, your single wish is my command. Any wish. You need not state your wish in his language. Oh, that's not the dragon speaking, that's Granolah. I want to be the strongest. Turn me into the greatest warrior in the universe. And the next chapter is going to be coming out in a month. So, he's about to become the greatest warrior in the universe. Stronger than MUI Goku, probably stronger than Beerus, probably stronger than everyone. How is this gonna work? The power scaling just went crazier than anything. Stronger than Moro from what we just saw. So this right here is gonna be the future. So we got a battle with the Heeters versus Granolah. They may be extracting Maris's abilities, Moro's abilities, most likely. And harnessing that's gonna be pretty crazy to see. This is just the aftermath of Moro, and this is really, really cool stuff. And then them coming towards the Z Warriors and Vegeta possibly correcting that part of the arc where they mentioned that the Saiyans were ordered by Beerus to be destroyed, and then him unlocking something new here. Do I think Vegeta's gonna get something big here? I doubt it. I highly doubt it. Probably for like a split second and they'll take it away from him. If Vegeta manages to get a win out of this arc, that will actually give this arc a win no matter what, because finally it's not gonna be on the safe side that they keep playing with Dragon Ball Super on for branding's sake. But let me know what you guys think about this. I would say this is a solid chapter. Not that much action in terms of actual fighting, but the lore building, the story, the narrative here, I like this. They're setting the stage up, and it's at a very good pace here. I don't think it's too slow. There's not that many useless characters. We got like 3 different factions here. Technically, we got Granolah and Oatmeal. You got the Heeters section of it, and you got the Saiyans. So if you really think about it, it's just non-stop, no filler, and you get to know a bit of everybody and their motives and what they're currently working on to get stronger. Everyone just got a bit of a buff if you really think about it. So, like I said, let me know what you guys think about this in the comment. I'm still gonna let this sit for a little bit. I would say that this is actually, for me, I'll give this a 9. An 8 to a 9. I don't want to go too high, too low, but for a chapter in terms of the lore building, I really like this. The reason why I wouldn't give it a 10 or nothing is because, like, the one thing I have a gripe with is the fact that they found the Dragon Ball the same night on TV, conveniently located. Like, they're just pulling our leg of this, but like, you know, we know you're gonna find the Dragon Ball. Just literally do the most goofiest thing to find it, and that's it. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Smash that like button for me if you guys can. It really does help out the channel. I really do appreciate it, and I thank you guys all for being a part of this. Let me know what you guys want to see, anything Dragon Ball related, and we can do some more breakdowns later on. Until next time, everybody, take care, all right? Peace.